delivery, and it came all the way from Italy. Italia, Roma. And these apparently are the best on the market, apparently. There are other kinds, but they don't have such a good seal. So let's have a look what's in this box. And it's a split CV boot, so you don't have to take the whole drive shaft out. And these have, the reason I got these ones is because of the seal. It's got like a much better seal there for when you glue them together, and it goes right in to that groove when you put the glue in. Comes with 2 boots, so the 2 inners. Comes with the ties for the top and bottom, the glue and the grease for putting in, and the grease comes in this little bag here. Here's a close-up of where it seals in there. You can get that. Yeah, that's it. Push back together again with no glue, and then that's the inside seal there. And then to pull it apart, it comes out of there. Like so. So let's go fit these then. That'd be good. I forgot to mention that the company I got them from was called Hippo Red from Italy. And yes, they do smell of meatballs. And here is everything in that kit. 2 boots, 2 packets of greases, and 4 cable ties. Well, not cable ties, metal cable ties I'll call them. 2 glue, and that's it. So let's get started. As you can see, I've taken off the old boot, which went from there to here. I've cleaned up the shaft, and now is time to put the split boot round and then glue the joint and see how that works. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put the boot round and see if it fits, which hopefully it does. It's pretty tight there, but it's perfect around there. So it's just going to be kind of tricky just to get that to glue up there, but the back is fine. So same thing on the other side. Put it round and obviously test it, even though I know it's going to work. I'm just seeing if that was grit. It isn't. It's actually good grease, so we'll leave that, the good grease there. We're going to be putting more grease in as it comes with it, so there you can see where I've got to seal it together. So let's do that now. It's quite tricky on this bit, the beginning bit, but you just got to do it. So let's get the glue open. Alright, just ignore the elastic band around my hand. The postman left it, so I just picked it up off the floor and put it around my hand, and I can't be bothered to take it off. Ah, super glue going everywhere, all over my fingers. Right, okay, so now this is the tricky bit, and you got to move quick. So let me get good sticking to my fingers So I'm just going to get the glue in that line there. I'm going to get lots in, like this, all in that groove, all the way along. The fucking thing's sticking to my fingers. I just got some on my fingers. Okay, that's all the way along. Put the glue down, and now it's time to start pushing this in like this. The only tricky one's this bottom one. Everything else is pretty simple. So I sort of keep my thumb on the bottom piece and then just push everything else in. The others go in easy, it's just that bottom one, so just work your way along and then I'll quickly come back to that bottom piece. I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way so you can see as best as I can. And now what I do is I hold that bottom in like that for a moment until it goes off. Sorry if my hands are in the way. Okay, like that. I think you can see it. So I'm just holding that bottom until it goes. This one, now that I've practiced on the first one, went really well actually. That worked really well. I'm just holding that there. It's tight there on that sort of join. And let's see how well this works. And then it says to leave it for like 20 minutes and then we'll come back to it. So that's good. I'm pretty happy with that. Look at that. It's a pretty good seal. Okay, cool. On the other one I was a bit worried about this beginning bit, so I put a clamp there just to help me, but I don't think I had to because the other one went really well. So just leave it now for 20 minutes and we'll come back. Now what we've got is this grease, so I'll just cut the top open and then we'll squeeze that in. Okay. So this is the grease. Looks like that's black in colour. Squeeze it right in there. Just making sure it's all in. Yeah, it's working. It's all coming out nice. Into the boot, as it says in the instructions. Like so. Let's just tuck that little bit in. Okay, so then we'll put it where it belongs, and then we'll clamp up the first tie. We need some pliers. Okay, so let's put the tie round like so. We'll start with the top one. So I'm just going to start it off and then adjust it. So I'm just keeping it loose like that. Now let's adjust it into the correct position, which is there, like that. These come in 2 different sizes as well, just to let you know. And this was the smallest one. Okay, so I'm just going to double check I'm on by adjusting I'm pretty sure that that's good. Just jack the wheel up to make it straight before I clamp up the CV boot. Okay, so that's installed. Ignore the muck, that's just because I put it right into the CV joint. But there you go. That's it on. And here's the one on the other side. And there you go. Seems nothing's leaking out. Seems relatively tight. And I think it will work. So here's hoping. There's the join there. I put plenty of glue in. Well, it's a damn sight easier than having to take everything out, but this was really just a test. Just to see how easy it was. It took me about half an hour. Overall, I would say that these are quite a good product. The only negative point, I would say, are the sort of straps that tie it together. I felt they could have been a bit easier. I'm not 100% sure if they've tightened it enough, but they are in the correct locations. Overall, I think it's a good time saver. Probably worth it. I mean, they only cost £30, so from a time factor, maybe that's good. But if anything goes wrong with them, I'll tell you, but I'll keep my eye on them and see if they perform well.